dears, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Pamela and I put out beauty related videos when I can. Sorry I missed the last 2 weeks. 1 week was my birthday and the second week was Thanksgiving, and whew, was I busy. I was so busy and so tired and caught up with everything that was going on in my life that I just did not have time to sit down and film for you guys. You know how much I love this. This is my hobby. This is my fun time, and I'm sorry I missed out on the 2 weeks, but Anyway, here now we're going to be talking about the new Chromosome eyeshadow palette from SHEGLAM. I've never purchased makeup from Shein before. This is the first time I was kind of intrigued because one, this palette looked so beautiful. I don't know why I was gravitated towards it. Maybe it could be packaging or the colors of the eyeshadow palette, which I'll get to in a second, but I was just really attracted to it. And I have seen a couple of big influencers do sponsorships with SHEGLAM, I think is their makeup. Yeah, SHEGLAM. I never really felt curious to try like foundations or powders or any of that stuff. Although they're very affordable, I know my ride or die, and that's e.l.f. and I just always know what to expect with e.l.f. So I never just thought of like dabbling into another affordable brand, but I was intrigued by this palette. I thought the packaging was beautiful. I thought the color scheme inside of this palette was beautiful. I was shopping on Shein for some new jeans because all of my jeans don't fit anymore. They're a little bit on the bigger, looser side, and so they were causing some chafing, and that shit sucks. And I was like, you know what? I've never actually looked at their makeup before, so I decided to just browse, and like I said, this was probably the only product that caught my attention. I didn't even stop to look at the blush, you guys. I don't want to babble any longer. Let's just get right into this. Yes. Okay, so this is the cardboard packaging, absolutely stunning. This is the SHEGLAM Chromosome eyeshadow palette. It's not everything is as it seems. At first glance, you may see a stunning 8-shade palette, but babe, it's so much more. Immerse yourself in an out-of-this-world curation of mattes, shimmers, and an innovative multi-chrome. Yeah, you sold me at multi-chrome. Oh, I love multi-chromes. Which appears different colors at every angle. Multi-chrome which appears different colors at every, yeah, okay. Creamy and unbelievably dreamy, these super saturated pigments blend into your lids seamlessly. We like to call it a stroke of genius. I've never read so many descriptions on the back of a palette before, but okay, let's get into this. Here's what the actual palette looks like. Beautiful iridescent packaging. It's got the name on the front, Chromosome, and then the SHEGLAM. There isn't a mirror inside, but that doesn't bother me because I always just use my handheld mirror. I never use the mirror inside of palettes, so I'm not upset. Came with one of these little plastic pieces, and this is what the color scheme looks like. Again, ignore my nails. We're just gonna pretend like they are not super chipped. But I was drawn to the color scheme. I thought this was such a beautiful curated palette. There's everything that you need for a very nice completed look. Whether you decide to go smoky or neutral or have fun with some of these colors, like this just is gorgeous. I'm gonna insert a close-up shot of this. I'm probably gonna use my phone for that, just so you know. So you could really see the dimension and texture that is in this palette. Every shade is very beautifully curated to fit in here. Like you have a green and a gold and like a really nice icy white for like an inner corner, or you could apply that over the lid. You have a beautiful transition color that's like a camel yellowish brown, and then you've got that deep green, and then that deep like neutral, almost cool tone brown. And then these two shades over here really intrigued me. This one here is like it's almost like a black with like a purple and blue glitter in it, and then this beautiful shade here with the star embossed, engraved, pressed. This beautiful star that's been pressed into this eyeshadow just is insane. It looks like one of those beautiful blue brown shades that I'm all about. Like I could have a million of those and I would always love that shade. It's like one of my favorite multi-chromes. Multi-chromes and duochromes are some of my favorites, especially if you do like a really simple eye look and just apply that one shade all over the lid. Like, it's always just gonna look so good. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys in. We're going to apply some eyeshadow primer and get started. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, so I applied my eyeshadow primer and I'm just gonna let it sit for a second. I figured I should probably swatch this for you, and plus I'm excited to feel these shades. Like, I haven't touched any of it yet. Look at how beautiful that is. So let's go ahead and swatch it. I'm gonna start with the lightest shade first. Ooh, that's nice. Nice icy color there, perfect for the inner corner. Next shade. They don't have any shade names, by the way, which it doesn't bother me. But the next shade is that really pretty, like almost transition-y color. Oh yeah, I'm gonna love that shade. That looks really, really pretty. So far, so good. Like the pigmentation, I'm kind of impressed. It's a beautiful like gold green, almost like an antique gold color. Oh, that's nice. And then the last one on that top row is that beautiful, beautiful, like, what is this called? Olive green. That one swatched a little bit iffy. Let me see if I can build that up. But I don't always go by swatches. Yeah, it's a little bit on the more sheer side, but I'm sure on the eyes it'll build up beautifully. All right, the next row, we're gonna start with that gold right here. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Ooh, hoo, hoo, that one is beautiful. Sorry, my hands are so dry, by the way. Wow, that's a beautiful color. A little bit on the powdery side, but that's okay. Oh, that's a bummer. So that beautiful star that was embedded in that just kind of disappeared. Oh, that's a little disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, that color was not what I expected, but that is beautiful. It's a lot more of like an eyeshadow topper, but do you see how multi-chrome that is? Oh my gosh, that is gorgeous. I'm very disappointed about the star kind of disappearing, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, upset. Next up is this nice deep dark brown that's swatched beautifully. This one kind of has that same feel as the green one. They're very soft, but oh, I guess that one is pretty pigmented compared to this green one up here. That's gonna be really, really nice if you wanna build up something in the outer corner. And then last but not least, this color that I am super duper intrigued by, and it's like that black, you see it kind of like rubbed off a little bit of the glitter right there. You could see that. Interesting. So it's like an overspray. Looks beautiful on my finger. Let me see if I can move my watch. Okay, so yeah, it's basically like a black with a little bit of shimmer in it. Beautiful. They swatched really, really well. I'm a little bit disappointed in the green, this green right here, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm sure applied on the eyes, it's going to look beautiful. So those are the swatches. I just want to do that real quick before we jumped into the eye makeup. And yeah, let's start this. I already primed my eyes. I'm just using the Rare Beauty eyeshadow primer. I'm gonna take this fluffy brush and go into this really nice camel-y transition color here. I'm just gonna take that on that fluffy brush. It is a little bit on the powdery side. I don't know if you can see, just a tiny bit. Not too bad, not like anything new. I feel like all eyeshadows now are like super duper powdery, am I right? I'm just gonna take that on a fluffy brush, picked up a nice amount, tap off the excess. Am I in focus? And I'm just going to apply some of this. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Into the crease. Oh yeah, that's a nice color. Okay, not mad at that. Blends really, really nice. There's no like skipping or tugging on the eyeshadows. Like sometimes I get that like skipping like right around here, and I don't see any of that today, so that's nice. I'm gonna go into the dark brown right here, and I'm going to use a small, more tapered brush. Pick up some of that product. Ooh, that picked up a lot. I barely tapped into that shadow. Tap off the excess, and I'm just going to focus this more on the outer corner. Kind of give myself some depth. This is also blending out really, really nicely. There's again no skipping. Sometimes certain eyeshadows will like skip for me, or they create those little creases where it's almost like the pigment doesn't want to stick or something like that, and this is just blending out beautifully. It's not doing it at all. I am quite impressed. Just gonna go back into my first brush without any additional product and sort of just blend any harsh lines. Okay, I have to use this shade today. Like there's no doubt in my mind that the first time I used this palette, I needed to use that shade. So I'm just gonna pick up some on my finger, and I'm going to tap this on my lip. Oh yeah, that is a beautiful, beautiful color. I don't know if it's gonna match what I'm wearing. I might have to change my shirt later on, but oh man, that is beautiful. I love that. Definitely looks, you could see right there, the shift. Oh, that's nice. I'm gonna go back in with that second brush and sort of blend things out. Very like almost metallic foil kind of shade where it didn't require too much work. It goes on super smooth. There isn't like any chunks of glitter. It's not like the other two shimmering shades, this one and this one, where it's a little bit more chunky. This blue multi-chrome definitely has more of a metallic like look to it than the other two, so I'm digging that. I love it. It's a very smooth looking eyeshadow, and I love the way that that looks on the eyes. Now I'm gonna go into this super dark shade using that same brush. I'm just gonna pick up the tiniest bit, just a little bit, to sort of build up a little bit more dimension right here. I figured this is one of those with the glitter in it, so it might not show up, and oh yeah, that's doing what I wanted to do. Just to deepen out this outer corner. You know what? Just to use a couple more colors, let's use this green shade on the lower lash line. I'm gonna take a little like pencil brush, pick up some of that green, and run that on the lower lash line. You know what? I'm just gonna take this gold one here too, and I'm gonna use my finger. Picks up quite a lot. I'm going to lightly stamp it on top of that other color. Ooh, that changed it just a little bit. Just to add a little bit more pizzazz, a little more color on the eyelid. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay. So they layer really well. You can layer them on top of each other and they'd still look really, really nice. Like that didn't like take away from the beauty that I had on before. Then I'm gonna take that really beautiful pearly shade here, and I'm gonna go ahead and, that one's probably the most crumbly one of all. And I'm gonna apply that right in the inner. Ooh, that's nice. Nice and icy. I actually have a new mascara that I want to share with you as well. I recently got the e.l.f. Big Mood mascara in the shade Deep Brown. And I don't know, I thought with this like green gold look, this brown mascara would look really, really pretty. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on for you on camera as well. See what this looks like and what it does to my little lashes. I forgot my eyelash primer. Oh, it's too late. It's too late, Pam. Okay. I got excited. I got excited over the brown mascara. This is the finished look. I think everything blended so well. It's very, very nicely pigmented. Quite impressed with the quality of this little 13 eyeshadow palette. I don't know what else to say. I love the duochromes in here. I think it's definitely a steal for duochrome. Duochromes are not cheap. They never have been cheap. And they're very, very hard to formulate or come by. Like, I feel like duochromes are kind of like dead right now, but maybe this can be its comeback. I don't know, but I'm loving the way that this turned out. And the brown mascara, you know what? Maybe not for this look. For something a little bit more natural or something a little less colorful, I think it would look really, really nice. But for something like this, I should have definitely gone with the black mascara, but I'm not going to, like, you know, fix it or change it or anything. I'm just gonna rock the brown mascara for the rest of the day. But I definitely enjoyed using the SHEGLAM eyeshadow palette, and I am overall pretty impressed. And that's all I've got for you guys today. So hopefully you enjoyed today's little first impression on the SHEGLAM Chroma palette. Like I said at the end there when I was showing you this eyeshadow look close up, I'm very impressed. I really like what's in here. I'm definitely see myself using these shades more and more in the future. I was pleasantly surprised with this particular duochrome and how smooth and pigmented and reflective it is compared to any of the other shimmering shades. It definitely has its own unique formula. It's a very soft, pressed, almost like cream feel, and when it's on your finger and you're looking straight at it, it almost looks translucent, but as you could see, like, it's so incredibly smooth. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a cream to powder feel almost, and it just goes on beautifully on the eyelid. I could just see myself picking up this palette strictly to just use that shade all over the lid as a one and done, because it has so much dimension in it that you can literally get away with doing one look with that one eyeshadow. Other than that, I'm impressed. I'm really impressed, and I'm curious to see what other kind of things they come up with in the future. They have another variation of this palette. I'll put it up on the screen, but the color scheme just wasn't something that I gravitated towards. This was definitely more up my alley. I forgot to mention, but this one is in the shade Time Warp. They do have two different names for the little palettes, but this one, overall, like I said, I'm pretty impressed. I'm pretty impressed with the quality and the blendability and pigmentation. So, yeah. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and spread my love for makeup, and I will see you guys in my next video. Okay? Okay. Mwah. Bye-bye.